Well, would you look at that? Who's in first place? I'm in first place. And with that, hello and welcome back to Reddit League Season 3. This week is week 8 in Italy, and that might as well change that. It might well change that, sorry. But yeah, Blockchain didn't play last week, so he got his second yellow card, got disqualified. And because of that, because he was the only guy I lost against so far, that automatically gets changed into a win and puts me at the top of the division undefeated so far. It actually also makes me the only player in all of Reddit League this season so far who hasn't, who's won all of their games. I don't know if I can keep that going in Italy, to be honest. It'll depend a lot. I've played through the other seeds. Some of them were pretty good, some of them were pretty bad. We'll talk about those later on, but I hope I can do well. Problem is, I'm playing against Clyde this week. I don't have no idea how good he's in Italy. I just know I'm relatively bad. I have practiced quite a bit. I think I've ascended from very bad to all right at Italy. It depends a lot. If we're somewhere in sort of the fields, the valleys of northern Italy, I'd just rather not be here. But I've got, I think I've got a decent chance at getting a good result here. Something worrying I have noticed. I recently looked up because I was interested, and since I knew I hadn't gotten a draw yet in Reddit League, I looked it up, and there's exactly 4 people who haven't got a draw yet who've been part of Reddit League since season 1 and haven't got a draw yet. Those are me, Ice, Noisel, and GRH77. And because of that, the chances of you getting a draw are increased the closer you are to 25k, because then it's not just a random number somewhere in the middle, but if 2 people get close to 25k, that's far more likely to happen. So I was thinking to myself, I can't remember ever having completed a Reddit League game and knowing, okay, good, I've got at least a draw secured here. So I looked it up. I've never scored above 24,900 points in Reddit League. Never. My best game, the highest score to this point in Reddit League came in week 1 of season 1 in Minnesota with 24,859 points, and I lost that game. So, maybe Italy is the time for me to get over 24,900 points? Probably not, but we'll see. Let's get into it. I'll tell you more about how I practiced Italy, how I find certain things later on as well. I just want to get into the game now. Let me quickly just minimize OBS. Okay, let's go. Okay, that already looks like Northern Italy. Lignana. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully we can make it to signs like this and not just go past them. I don't know either of them. Vercelli is something I probably should know. I don't think that's too small. That's an SP road, right? SP, what is that behind it? Provincia di Vercelli. Might have to look for that. Vicentino Vercelli. I want to continue for... Actually, let me just quick look. We can spot it straight away. Somewhere in this area? No. All right, let me continue. There's a couple other things that I can potentially find. Not on a whiteboard, though. An area code would be helpful, or any other big city on a sign somewhere. Not even with a distance. Just the city itself would be enough to tell me roughly what area I need to look for Vercelli in. Don't know that. Vicentino again. Okay, there's a big lake here. What does that say? Fonseca. This again, just Vercelli. 2 minutes. Already in a pretty bad position here. What do you say? Vignana. VC is just Vercelli. That's not helpful. Let me look again. Vercelli. It could be down here somewhere. I just can't see it anywhere. It's a pretty big problem. Put a marker down for now. That was sort of my biggest fear in Italy, that I get a reasonably big city and I just have no idea where it is. Come on, show me something new here. Torino. Okay, that's helpful. Vercelli. There's Vercelli. There's Lignana. And now bring me back to the start and remind me what the town was called. Where did I go? This way. Lignana, that is very helpful. I don't know. Oh, that just says Lignana again. Probably here. Does that fit? No, that's more sort of straight north and makes a turn here. Where could that be then? Kind of weird. We go south. We've only got 22 seconds left. Which provincial road were we on? We were on the SP-116. Where on earth even is that? I can't go away from Lignana, there's no point, but I don't know where the SP-116 is. 900 meters away. Where was it actually? Oh, it was down here. Well, that's one of the biggest problems of Italy. Road numbers just don't mean anything. They've been changed and changed. Forget about them. But interesting, yeah, that's still my biggest problem. Like, if I were to now, before I had looked at this, the way this road bends, if I were to tell you what I think the road should look like on a map, it would go like this. Pretty much. Like, it completely looked to me, it was going straight north. And this is like barely even north, it's northwest. So I just don't know if the compass is slightly off or if I'm just so bad spatially to realize that. But either way, I think I got luckier than I maybe should have been to begin with, so I'm not going to go and complain about the 31 points there next round. Okay. Interesting. We start in or close to a smaller town. Do we have here any area codes? No, we don't. In the case of towns like this, you probably want to get out of them. If this is the best way to get out of town, I don't think so. It might actually be Mangone Cosenza. Cosenza is here. And Mangone is the other direction. But which town is this? That's the important thing. And it's going to tell me right here. No, it's not. Anyway, I can read Mangone is to the south. SPX A3. Not helpful, particularly. Where is Mangone? I've looked for that before and I've just not found it at all. So I'd rather not spend too much time here because I know it's difficult to find. This does not look promising as a direction to take. Quickly teleport me over there. One last check, but no, this doesn't look helpful. Put me over here. Oh, this is just literally, oh, okay. Can I get over there to the train station? No. All right, and let's see. What about this route? Not helpful. That might be helpful if I could read it, but I can't. Hydraulic, that's not helpful either. This direction, please don't end it. Oh, it's a dead end. All right, how about this? Is that a dead end as well? No, but it just sort of comes around here and goes back to here. Okay, this was a colossal waste of time. Came from down here. So this is actually the only way out of town. which leaves me with my only option of after I've made it out there to go west instead of east. Wasn't that what I did before anyway? Mangone, no. Actually trying to make my way into town then, maybe. Salerno, Reggio Calabria, Cellara. That's more interesting. A3, Cellara. And I have to keep a lookout for Mangone as well. But this could be a super small town. The main issue is just I don't have any more time. XSS19. Is the SS19 still a thing on the map? Doesn't look like it is. So this is probably not the most amount of points that I'll get here. Actually, put me down here somewhere. Oh! Again, probably luckier than I should have been. Anything I could have... There's Mangone. Okay, that's just... It doesn't appear at all. Okay. Was I closer than I would have been if I had stayed in Cosenza? Probably not. But it's roughly equidistant, so that's not too bad either. Round 3. Okay. Middle of nowhere yet again. Not necessarily bad. Just potentially. Depends a lot on if I find anything. If I do find something, might be good. Because that'll at least, you know, give my opponent the option to lose points. Something that's always good. Having difficult rounds, but finding out where they are. In Italy especially, I probably don't want to have the easiest rounds because I'm bad at those. We have at least found a decent road, so I do think we could be able to find something there. Again, I don't really think there is much else for me to do in Italy other than just looking for either area codes or signs with cities on them. Landscape-wise, I tried playing No Moving Italy. It was pretty damn horrible. I never broke 10k. So I don't really have the biggest trust in my ability to find anything without help of signs. That sign isn't great. I don't think that's any better. Can't read that, but what about this? No. Adriela is Maria. Never heard of any of those. Kind of reminds me of San Marino in the way this works out, the way it looks landscape-wise. Anything good here? No area codes, no nothing. This is probably not the best idea to continue this way. Into town, I'd rather go back down here and try this way. Because at least that might get me closer to signs. You just let me look at this. Civita Luparella. Again, never heard of it. Benvenuti. Just tell me the province on the other side. No. If I don't find anything, which it does look like I won't, probably go towards San Marino, or at least that sort of area. But yeah, this has not been good. 30 more seconds. Need to be careful not to time out. Yeah, no point. But it's somewhere near San Marino. Can I maybe find anything standing out? That somehow looks familiar. I don't think it is it, but no. Could be up here as well, maybe. I don't see any of what I've seen on the... Okay, not awful. There's Quadri. Is that big enough to... No, none of that is big enough that I would have probably ever found it unless I looked specifically there. And I don't think the other direction would have given me anything better, to be honest. So I think I did a decent job there. Let me just quickly do something there. Okay. And I beat the guy who's Italian. Just shows that, yeah, landscape-wise, it was in the mountains in Italy. It could really have been anywhere here. I'm actually surprised he went up here, because that's not what I usually associate with these mountains. Here, I think they are usually more like higher for one, but also somehow with a better camera quality. But that might just be me imagining things. Either way, not too bad. Round 4. Small town, city, small city. Weird movement, already superb start. Let me just move out of here. This is a pretty difficult seed, to be honest. Played through some of the other division, well, played through all of the other division seeds, and quite a few of them were not too bad. One of them was particularly difficult, but I actually did very well in that one. And most of the others just had one bad round in there, amongst quite a few relatively easy rounds. I go in here. You know what? Actually, I want to go back. I want to try a different way. I want to go this direction. Just to attempt it. There's a lot of ways to leave this town, city, who knows? And one of them surely gets me to a better road. Can't read what it says. Not helpful. Rabatevecchia. Which direction? This direction. Looks like a decent road. So if I stay on this, I might find something. What do we have here? Monastero Busca. Never heard of either of those. Just purely landscape guessing, I'd go northeast of Italy. Wait, that did tell me something below it. Idronero, never heard of that either. That's always good. No idea where we are. We do have mountains in the north. Sky 7. SP160 is useless, because those are provincial roads and they don't provide us with any information that we don't already have. Well, they don't even provide us with any information that we don't have. Unless we know exactly where we are. Castelletto. Castelnuovo, Carfagna, no, Dronero. Busca. Not great. Not great. Moro. None of that is great information. And we're running out of time quickly. I've actually changed my mind just because something was ringing a bell. I want to go northwest now. Just maybe quickly. Busca Caraglio. No. Anything else here? 11 seconds, Tornado in 10. No. Put me here. No. That far down. That's unfortunate. Yeah, didn't find anything. Do those stand out? No, they don't stand out either. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunate. Maybe should have started looking a bit sooner. I don't know what I was thinking of. There was something that, like Castelletto or something, sounded familiar to something that I've seen somewhere in here. don't know where exactly anymore. All right, one more round. The landscape guessing wasn't too bad so far, but I doubt that'll help me out that much. Wait. Sun is shining straight into my eye. Not too much of an issue right now. What do we have here? Green City Carbonia Iglesias. Carbonia Iglesias. No, well, I've actually have heard of it, but I've got no idea where it is. And this is just a bad way. Probably somewhere south with the way this looks. But beyond that, this is definitely not where I want to be. Did I go here the first time around? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Go this way then. On, let me move. All right. Let me find something this way. I don't think I've seen Carbonera Iglesias on the map, like at all, at any point though. I think I've seen it in game once or twice even. Is Irigus Carbonia. Is Irigus. Is Irigus. Is Irigus. Isn't that somewhere here? There's a couple east cities here. Yeah, there's Iglesias. So maybe around there. Could be Sardinia. I mean, I can't tell landscape-wise, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. What does this tell me? Is Urigos Carbonia. Carbonia. Yes, I remember actually being at this intersection. Oh god. Where was that? Probably where would that be? Jesus. Let me continue that way. I don't know why. I think I found some information back then around here. But would that even help me? Santo Milano. I think I remember that not being on the map. Not gonna happen. I don't know what the town is called that we're in. I can only hope that it is Carbonia. Although I don't think it's big enough for that, but with 8 seconds left. Oh, it's San Giovanni's. This one. Wasn't this one? Was this one, sort of. It was, we were in is Urigus. Oh yeah, it was there. Now I remember. Oops. Yeah, but back then it wasn't this location. I actually started here, I think. Either no, here. Or here. Somewhere on this road I started, and then I went south and eventually found probably this roundabout. And that's why I remember this intersection specifically, because that was what I used to pinpoint back then. It wasn't too bad, but yeah. I'm not counting on a win here. Yeah, I'm not disappointed with the game though. I think I did pretty well with what I was given. Just 2 rounds where I found absolutely nothing that helped me. I pretty much did reasonable on the other rounds. But anyway, so that was that game. Let's quickly talk about the others. Division 5 seed. Not bad. Round 1 was up here. I found absolutely nothing. Went up there, yeah, didn't find anything, and ended up, yeah, landscape guessing somewhere on these mountains. Was further up there. Round 2, pretty much similar story, I think. Actually went down there. Nice roundabout way of getting to the SP4. Did I find anything? I don't think I found anything. No. Can't remember finding anything that helped me, at least. Otherwise, I don't see why I would have placed it there. No. If I found something that I can't remember. Round 3 was in central Verona. That was a pretty easy round. You know, barely had to move. Like here, it already told us that we are on Piazza Cittadella, and then everything I just had to do afterwards was trying to figure out where that is in town. Probably should have been easier than it was for me in the end, but either way, it took me barely, not even 2 minutes. Round 4 on Sardinia. Not too difficult. Went over here. Probably saw that we were on the SS125, and I knew that we were somewhere near Costa Rey. So once I figured out that we're on Sardinia and we're near the SS125, I just zoomed in on it and thought, okay, Costa Rey is there. And then it wasn't too difficult to figure out which of these roads we started on because there's barely any that go west-east. Round 5 was in Lucca, or close to Lucca. That when you exited that city, I think it already told you that you're somewhere near Lucca, and then it took me forever to find Santa Maria Colle. But yeah, 3 minutes 41. Eventually, in the end, I did find it. Wasn't difficult to pinpoint either. All right, Division 4 seed. Four reasonable rounds, and then we had this one. Yeah, it started off in sort of, what is this called? Apulia. Okay. That's Giovanni. Not too far away from Taranto. What did I find? I think I found Ginosa eventually. I'm not sure. I probably saw that we're somewhere. There was probably a sign telling me we're somewhere near Taranto. I can't imagine how I would have found it otherwise. Yeah. Eventually ran out of time to. No, actually, that was another. Not even necessarily running out of time. I mean, I did run out of time, but the problem here wasn't that. The problem here was that, again, similarly to what I showed you in our seat now, this road looked completely like it was going sort of, if you look at over here, as if it was going here and would meet this other road going straight north-south. I don't know. It just looked completely different than it does on the map. And that's why I couldn't pinpoint it. Round 2 in Peru, I figured out. Well, for a long time, I thought we were actually on one of the random islands that are somewhere in the sort of in the sea, either here or here are a few. There's two down here. But eventually, I figured out, okay, we kind of probably are in Sardinia, but I just couldn't find this. Again, it looked kind of like the sea is to the north, but kind of like to the northwest, and it looked more like northeast to me. So yeah, didn't find out where it was. Then round 3, we were somewhere in the middle of nowhere here. What did I find? I think I ended up finding Brescia. Yeah, I remember now. I found that we're somewhere between Brescia and Mantua, and eventually, and 6 kilometers south of Montichiari, which I ended up finding, and close to Carpenedolo. Most of that was all on this roundabout here. I just ran out of time at the end. I think I found Montichiari and then Carpenedolo with a couple of seconds left. Yeah, and then just didn't have time to pinpoint where exactly we were because I also don't think I knew this little town name. Round 4, down here, that confused me for a long, long time. Mostly due to my own fault. I'm gonna show you something. I started. I walked south and then I saw, okay, Arrivederci da Conad. Okay, city is called Conad. Let's move on. Yeah, the city's not called Conad. It's a supermarket. That for one explained why it took me so long. But on the other hand, I never found a city name anywhere anyway, so probably wouldn't have helped me too much. And eventually, after like 2 3 minutes, I found distances to Taranto. I found distances to Reggio Calabria and Crotone. No, it was Catanzaro, I think, not Crotone. So I knew we had to be somewhere on this, but I just chose the wrong village. Or like I know also when we were like right next to a side road that told me 7 kilometers to Riace, and I thought this one was this one. And then round 5 was up here near Ferrara, and I did find a sign pointing me towards Ferrara. And there is just Paulino, Pincara. Those were town names that were relatively clearly visible right next to the start up here at that roundabout. So I just found them. I don't really think there was anything else. I just found them. Division 3 started off in the middle of nowhere here. And what I found here was distances to both Cosenza and Lamezia Terme, 20 something kilometers to here, and I think 50 or 60 to Cosenza. And I knew that we were in Decolatura. So I just, you know, that was like last second. I didn't actually, because with like 15 seconds or so, I returned back to start and had that bug again that it happens way too often where you click back to start and it zooms you all the way out on the map. So I just didn't have the time to zoom in again, unfortunately. Round 2 was up here near Perugia, in town of Bastia Umbra. Took me about 10 seconds, no, a bit more, about 25-30 seconds to figure out we're in this town. Then took me 2 minutes to find the right place in the town itself. Then it was just getting down to that roundabout and then looking at this street name, looking at this street name, and eventually finding them. Because there was a town entrance sign to Bastia Umbra, I think here, so I knew we had to be quite far north in the town itself. Rent-free was just in Crotone, next to the football club of Crotone. And that was a pretty easy one as well. Round 4 then was outside of Rome. Took me a bit. I was first looking at this crossing here because it told me we were going towards the airport and to Fiumicino. And we were crossing a river, so I was looking at that first. But then I just continued on. When I found out it can't be that, I continued on. Like the next one is this, and there's also this hotel here, the Sheraton Roma Hotel, which helped me confirm that this was in fact the right place. And then in round 5, just here, nothing. Literally didn't find anything. Like not even anything. Ended up guessing over here. Right, not longitude or latitude? Right, latitude, I think. At least. But yeah. No points for that. And then the Division 1 seed, which I think I did incredible on. Was a very hard seed. Round 1 we started off in the middle of nowhere. And eventually you could make your way, if you went north, to Riccia and to a highway that sort of gave you, not distances, I think, but it gave you Campobasso and I think Benevento as well in different directions. And I knew I sort of had to look for Riccia. Sort of, but yeah. I think I was looking for different towns that just don't show up. And yeah, eventually I just didn't find them. Places here was here. Not bad. Round 2 was in Sicily, not too far away from Palermo. Made my way over here into the town of Grisi, and I think I saw something for Palermo there. Not only for Palermo, but also for a couple other cities here, for Trapani, I'm sure of Partinico, some others as well. But so I just went looking for Grisi and found it relatively easily. Slight pinpointing error there. Where was it actually? It was further north. This was not visible anywhere, so yeah. Not too big of a deal there. 1 point lost. Then we went up into the north, next to sort of Bergamo and Milan, Monza. And what did I even find here? I knew we were in Busnago. Yeah, that was a very frustrating round because I walked up here to this street here, found this roundabout, and then I pretty much knew we were in Busnago, and I found Busnago. I don't even remember what exactly the signs were that pointed me to Busnago or to where Busnago is, because of course I've never heard of it before. But I think it was that we're somewhere between Bergamo and Monza or Milan, something like that. And then I just couldn't find the roundabout in the city anywhere, and the side streets. I just couldn't find them. I had probably about 2 minutes, if not more, to find that, and I couldn't. Round four, then just a couple kilometers over in sort of near Novara, and I found pretty quickly again. Only walked to here that we are in the province of Novara, or in the sort of general area of Novara. And then I just didn't find Gozzano, which what I was looking for, um, which was quite a bit further north than I was looking in. So that explains why I couldn't find it. But still, not too bad. And then round five was another middle of nowhere location, like so many of them were. And I have to say, I did not find anything, which makes this quite impressive. I say I did not find anything. I did find very early on, like within 10 seconds or so, I found this town slash city name on a sign. Well, on the town entrance sign, I suppose. And that way, I had it in the back of my mind. I didn't actually 100% remember it was that, but I walked for a long time, didn't find it. So I just said, okay, I saw the sea to our south. So I said, okay, I'm going to start in Sardinia, and looked through this, and I saw, okay, no, not here. Then I went over here, looked here, something, no, no, no. And then I came here and I was like, wait, that looks familiar. And I placed my marker here, sort of like, not sure if that was what it was, but could have been. And it was. So I got 4,900 points there. 7,000 points more than the guy who's from Italy. But what's the point of that if I get 17k in my own seed? Nothing. But as I said, I'm happy with my result. Well, not happy, but could have gone way worse. I don't see how it could have gone any better, honestly. Um, maybe in pinpointing something, but just didn't find anything in the rounds that I didn't get right. And landscape guessing wise, I was pretty close. So I'll take it, I guess. We'll see what it ends up being in the end. If I'm last place anyway, who knows? But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys next time.